Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel. So, today was a crazy day so far, and it's still early in the day. As you can see on my browser just above it, it is 10:23 a.m. And I'm checking out doing a video earlier today because I have the availability, but I started on my desktop because I am trying to find a more convenient, because making videos, let's just face it, is not that easy. It is easy in theory, but when you apply yourself, it's like you have to edit them. You have to make sure that all your other notifications are off. You have to always make sure that you're in the most quiet area of your home. In my case, I have a small home and I have a lot of pets. I have 4 dogs, and that's a consideration. And of course, I'm an artist, I do other things, but the thing that I'm trying to tell you is that I'm trying a new method on my desktop by screencasting, and it is not really my favorite. I think I just need more practice with it, but I don't love it as it stands right now. But then everything has its compromises. When you record over your phone, it's always, you might get interruptions from the phone ringing, or you might have a notification come through, such on and so forth, blah blah blah, or your dogs just might bark. So that started my day crazy, and then I had an idea to do a video, and that video was done on the screencasting on my desktop, and I noticed on playback, when I wanted to post it and upload it and get it to you guys, I noticed that the volume was in and out shoddy. So once again, I don't know if it's doing that on purpose because it's a trial period, or it's just going to be like that always. I have a fairly new computer. It's maybe 3 years old. It is an HP, but it's obviously not working. I don't know if it's where I live. I live out in the country. So and anyway, if you're new to my YouTube channel, this is the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel. Here we discuss everything the British monarchy as it relates to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. At least for the most part, that is my big thing. Like, I'm very geeked out by the monarchy in general, but I'm really kind of perplexed about Meghan, and morely not about Meghan, but more of the way she comes across, the way her character comes across, the way that she decides things, and how her character or persona is showing out in the media. And so I'm just wondering, at the bottom of it all, is it her completely? It's definitely partly her, but is it also partly how the media portrays people? Because we all know that in other celebrities or in other type of articles and journalists, you can tell how stories are spun, and sometimes they do have to spin them just a little bit. So, it makes you wonder how much truth and how much drama, is behind all this, for lack of better words, drama. So today I've decided that I'm going to share my browser here in the United States. That's what the Duchess of Unicorn does. It's a channel that concentrates on the British monarchy as it pertains to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. But I do that to share my United States browser to see what algorithms and what I see when I'm shopping for Meghan information online. And maybe it's something different than what you see where you are when you look on the internet. And so that's always interesting to me, because I wonder if people in Britain are seeing the same or very similar stories that I'm seeing. Are they seeing better, stories and better articles? Is someone in Alaska seeing something far different than what I see? I'm just always curious, and that's what really got me started on doing this, because I really thought, well, I have an opinion, and it's such a crazy, unbelievable thing that we're seeing that's in it's definitely down in the history books. And so I also wanted to know, what is everybody else seeing and what does everybody else think? And this is the only way that I could do it, since I myself are not a celebrity or I'm not a reporter, a journalist. So how would I get feedback outside of this from people in all walks of life from all over the world? And so that's what I hope. It'll be a peaceful piece of YouTube that we can discuss the craziness and the stupidity and the dynamics and the just the drama of it all right here on this YouTube channel without being too cliquey. In other words, I want to cut out the small stuff. In other words, not the negative stuff. But I do admire free speech since I'm in the United States, and that's one of the reasons why this channel exists, to share my freedom of what I think and how I view things, and that's all this channel is about. So it's for entertainment purposes only, and the disclaimer is all my content is found on the public domain. I use whatever I find to voice my commentary, my opinions, my thoughts and views, and share them with you way on the other side of the screen, somewhere out there. And it's wonderful to know there are people out there. And thank you so much for subscribing, and thumbs up if something resonates with you. And of course, if you can, click the alert bell. That way, when I do have a new video, or I do a video and upload it in a different way, in other words, on my desktop, or if I do something live or what have you, you will be alerted. Okay, so the Met Gala. Now I have this up right now because I did see an article that said Meghan Markle will or may attend the Met Gala this year. And I'm thinking, why the hell for? Considering that she has never gone to the Met Gala before. We've never seen Meghan Markle, the actress, the B actress, ever on the runway of Met Gala. Now, I wondered, it got me to thinking that since I saw the article that Meghan Markle would be showing up at this Met Gala this year, and I'm thinking, why? What possesses her to think this year of all years she should go? Why? Because she climbed on the back of Prince Harry and put herself, into that limelight in that scene. And now she feels that after 2 years that she now is at a certain status, that she climbed on somebody's back from the royal family to catch whatever limelight they have. And now she feels that carries her for some type of clout. And so I couldn't think of anything else. I couldn't think of anything. Like, did she become a better actress? Did she go to Juilliard, or did she go to some type of acting camp where she has honed in her skills? Has she spent this 2 years in more education for acting? Has she done some Broadway? Like, what are we missing here? That this year she's going to the Met Gala. Well, as far as we're concerned, and I mean we, the general public, it has to be, well, my thinking is that it has to be because she has spent a good 2 years being AKA royal. And with that status, somehow that means that she feels that now she's entitled to go to the Met Gala, like she's made it. Does marrying Prince Harry mean she's made it and that she can go to the Met Gala? So anyway, she's not been to the Met Gala before that any of us know. If you know that she's been to the Met Gala and you've seen her on the red carpet and you have photos, please post a link. I'd love to see it. But I couldn't find anything on Meghan Markle going to the Met Gala, and I've seen no photos, and I haven't seen it in the past, although I usually do peek into the Met Gala photos because they shove them down our throats on the internet. If you're an internet type of person, which I'm always on the internet, you always see something in the headlines about the Met Gala, some celebrity who's been, photographed there, and it has never been Meghan Markle. So it got me to thinking what was different from this time in her life. In other words, this year going to the Met Gala versus all the other 30 years of her life, let's say. I know she's like 37 or, so for the past 15 years or as long as the Met Gala has been around, why didn't Meghan ever attend? So I started to wonder what the Met Gala was about. And so I put in Met Gala why as my keywords. The Met Gala was established in 1948 by fashion publicist Eleanor Lambert as a way to raise money for the newly found Costume Institute and mark the opening of its annual exhibit. Accordingly, the attendees of the early galas were mostly entirely members of the New York high society or the city's fashion industry. So, again, I'll repeat what I thought. When I found out that Meghan Markle wanted to attend this year's Met Gala event, I wondered what had become different from all the other years, since now we know that the Met Gala was established in 1948 by publicist Eleanor Lambert as a way to raise money for the newly founded Costume Institute. So what is different? What is different in terms of why Meghan wants to attend? So what would be the reasons that she'd want to attend? So let's look at them. So I first thought immediately, the only thing that's different in her life outside of her son or supposed son, Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor, is Prince Harry. Marrying Prince Harry. Now, I mean, I'm not professing to say that I know all the things that happens in Meghan's life. I do not. But what I'm saying is what the public sees and knows to be true according to reports on various outlets that Meghan Markle had married Prince Harry. And for, 2 years or what have you, she now is wanting to attend this year's Met Gala, considering the 2 years prior, she had not attended. I wondered again to myself, why then has she never attended a Met Gala event, considering that she thinks she is a celebrity, a bona fide celebrity? So what are the reasons that she never attended? I started to think to myself. I thought, well, maybe it's money. Maybe you have to donate or buy a ticket. Maybe, right? And also, if you look back at Meghan in the Suits years, yes, she made money. Yes, she made a living. We understand that. That is basically a given. I'm sure she wasn't doing it for free, especially Meghan. So acting, you're not doing it for free. It's your position. You have a contract, and that's what you get paid X amount of dollars a year or per episode or what have you. So it's either a cost, a donation, a ticket cost, or you need to be invited. Is it invite only? And at this little article here, it states that the early galas were mostly entirely members of the New York high society, which I guess Meghan now thinks she's high society. And partly true, given the fact that she has married into the royal family. And according to today, we haven't heard anything to say otherwise, that she is still married into the royal family. However, Prince Harry is now throwing his crown and saying, "Don't call me Prince," which kind of makes me giggle when I even think of it, because I think of Prince, the entertainer. But don't call me Prince. Prince Harry, formerly known as Prince Harry, or Harry, formerly known as Prince Harry. It's silly. It's ridiculous. It's like two people have gone off the deep end. And I don't want to point fingers and I don't want to make light of it, but honestly, you have this prince, this guy born into the royalty. He has been a prince before he was even breathing, and yet Now he doesn't want to be associated as a prince anymore. And there's probably a solid reason for that in the back somewhere. Like the queen, her courtier said, look, no way. You're not to be called, if you keep this behavior up, we're going to take your prince crownly thing away from you and we'll forbid you to use the prince thing or whatever. Whoever knows what's within the royal family and how their dynamics work and how the protocols work. Maybe she can and I'm sure she can say, you're no longer a prince. I would think there would be some event or some legal matters to deal with. I don't know how grand or not, but he suddenly doesn't want to be known as a prince. Maybe he feels that he's not entitled because he's just acting out. And there'd be more questions. Why is he acting out? So let's look at the Met Gala. Meghan Markle will reportedly attend Met Gala after Megxit. Okay, so here's Meghan in her Getty image. You're not seeing any images of Meghan that are new. There are no new images being publicized of Meghan Markle. She is really hiding out, and that is super interesting. I have so many, I have things from conspiracy theories to the simplest that she's on her couch laying around with four TV screens in front of her and several devices with other of her camp members, and they're all looking at what we're all doing, whether we're posting videos or articles or stories or photos or telling tales, telling truths. She's just laying low and, I want to say eating ice cream, but I would think that, does she eat ice cream? She strikes me as the kind of person that eats ice cream, a tub of ice cream, and then throws it up. She really does, but then denies that she does that. That's the kind of person that the general media has made us, or made me think that she'd be like. I imagine she'd be like. So she's going from Megxit to Met. Meghan Markle has chosen the Big Apple for the attention-grabbing debut of her royal-free life by attending this year's Met Gala, according to a report on Sunday. Meghan, 38, more like 45 or 46, has been invited to rub shoulders with the big names who flocked the annual fashion bash alongside British Vogue editor-in-chief Edward Enninful, according to The Sun. Boom. So that's where I wanted to go with the little highlight of this, is that, isn't it interesting? She has been invited, but has she really, really been invited, or has the British editor-in-chief, Edward Enninful, has he been invited, being a British Vogue guy, and she's her plus one? I'm just saying, or maybe he invited her and somehow somebody's absorbing the price of the ticket, because none of these things are free. I don't even want to go there with it. The Duchess of Sussex is planning to leave hubby Prince Harry at home for what The Sun says will be the first Hollywood appearance of her post-Megxit life, which officially starts on April 1st. Now, let's understand very clearly that I mean, this video could be a lot deeper, and I don't want it to go much longer than this because we're at 18 minutes already. But Hollywood, she was like, if Hollywood was a circle and the majority of Hollywood good stuff, like the juicy stuff, the important gigs and the people that are the shakers and movers were in the middle of that circle, Meghan was firmly planted just outside the circle, the line of the circle, on the just outside of it, a hair's outside of it. So she's just, it's clear, it's so clear that she has somehow, and we all can't figure it out yet, it'll all come to all of us, maybe simultaneously, but it's clear that she used the back of Prince Harry to step up on and over to being more of a celebrity. And now that all the evidence is coming out, or I should say all the people are starting to talk and articles are starting to circulate of how that celebrities were invited to her wedding that didn't even know her. Like, again, I think I heard something about Reese Witherspoon, not really, not knowing why she was sent an invite when she doesn't even know Meghan Markle. And the Clooneys, come on, when did Meghan Markle ever have a photo or a report done or an article state that she and Amal Clooney were even in the same hemisphere in Celebrityville? It never happened. We would have heard about these things long ago. Like, in other words, when she was married to Trevor Ingleson, we would have heard that her and George Clooney were, and her husband, Trevor Ingleson, were in Italy. Meghan was never on that level. She, in her heart, she would like to be, but she was never. And the only reason that she's even in that sphere to be considered is because of what happened in the UK, which is the wedding. So I feel like when we talk about the Met Gala, just to sum up this video and keep it on target, is that Meghan is now going to debut herself, according to this article on page6.com, at the Met Gala this year of 2020. And she's somehow, I feel it has to do with the British Vogue editor-in-chief, Edward Innisfil. You know, it's amazing the deals that you can wield when you have some kind of something somebody wants. So, you know, like if I go to you and I want to barter with you for your, I don't know what, blah, 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 your SUV, and I have a car and I don't want to exchange actual dollar bills, we can come to some type of agreement, some type of contract, some type of exchange. And I feel like it's almost like, how the hell did she even get herself involved with British Vogue? Because really, let's just be clear. I'm not even sure where Meghan's talents are, unless her talent is chaos. Yes, that's what it is. I feel like I've just had an epiphany. Meghan's talent is to provide chaos. She provides confusion. So that's her talent. And for those in the upper echelons, like someone who's editor-in-chief of British Vogue, maybe that is something to be bartered with. Like, you know, want to come along with me to kick up some dirt and cause a little chaos and confusion? Come on. You know, maybe for all we know, again, I've said it once and I'll say it again, maybe Prince Harry and Meghan had some of this down as a type of plan, but the heart of the plan has only been released by Meghan. In other words, Meghan had her own agenda, but it was part of a contract, a plan. So we'll get married, we'll make you look like you're woke, we'll make you look like we'll bring the British royal name, the publicity, we'll have people speaking around the world. We're going to wake up people by you marrying someone of biracial background. And she's biracial for that, but now, you know, you hear things that she is acting or behaving or presuming to be all Caucasian when she's actually biracial. You cannot play that you're only one side of two things. It's just, and that's what I really don't like about Meghan. But I'm going to end the video here and say, I think we found my confusion was, how the hell are you going to the gala, the Met Gala of 2020, when you've never gone before? Is it because nobody asked you? Because the ticket price was too high? The donation was too high? That nobody wanted to dress you because you were a nobody? So designers didn't want to dress her. So those are my 4 reasons that I think. And then I just threw in the contract thing with Prince Harry because I feel like part of this could not be pulled off without help. Somebody had to be in it at halfway, and somebody had to be in it with some truth in the story, but the truth is now distorted because somebody veered off track. So I hope that makes sense to you, because in my heart it makes sense to me, and in my mind it is confusing, but everybody is a little bit taken aback. It's like driving a really fast car and then taking a really quick turn. You kind of slide a little, but you kind of get your bearings back, and you back, onto the straight road, and you're gripping the road. So most of us are coming to terms with our thoughts and our views that why this is happening. Like, it wasn't just Meghan. She couldn't have got in. She couldn't have gotten as far in as she has without help. Whoever that help is, that is still to be determined. And I feel like it'll all come out in the wash. We just have to be patient, and we have to keep, prying and sharing our thoughts with each other, because somebody or many of us have the right track. And the more of us that have the right track or near to the truth, somebody will discover the truth and expose the people that need to be exposed. Or if they need to expose, I don't know. I'm just here for the ride. I'm here for it, because this is history, folks, and it's the weirdest, most bizarre history. I feel like it's like Ripley's Believe It or Not and actual history, and fabrication, and people with agendas, and some very greedy, dishonest people. And I'm just wondering when it will come out who it is, because we feel mainly that Meghan is the catalyst and she is the chaotic one. And although Prince Harry has tendencies, we kind of see him as like this guy, this everyday average type of personality guy, even though he's a prince. And he may in fact have mental health issues, which I believe he talks about or has talked about. But we feel strongly that Meghan came with the chaos. Yes, Meghan came in with that junk, and she just threw that stuff around and put a little water on it, that fake charm, and that stuff just grew, and she just kept feeding it. So I'm here for it. So Met Gala, we want to see if we're going to see her, because when you see the Met Gala pictures, we are at least guaranteed some photos. So I'm so tired of her old ass photos and regurgitated photos. I'm sick of it. Let's look at Meghan right now. I mean, is she going to come out with dyed hair? What's going to be different? She going to tell us she's pregnant at the Met Gala? What's up? So look forward to that, at least, because at least I can have a new photo, and we can really pick things that make absolute sense and that don't make sense. Like, who's she going to merch at this photo op? Because the Met Gala will get her a lot of photos, and Prince Harry's not there because I think they are separated, but that's for another video. All right. Thank you again so much for coming on to the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel, sharing my crazy thoughts, listening to it actually, and please share your thoughts and comments. What do you think? Why all of a sudden is Meghan attending the Met Gala? Is it because of Edward Inningful, the Vogue guy from British Vogue guy? Is it because she is divorced or separated from Prince Harry? They're living separate lives. They're not really together, like a AKA normal couple. They're actually broken, with all this Megxit stuff. Are they living separate lives intentionally? Did Meghan come along to help Prince Harry get out of the monarchy, take a vacation from the monarchy? Did Meghan plan or use Prince Harry? Is there some type of contract that this is why she's now going to the Met Gala? Did somebody big help her become a mole inside the royal family, and she took a lot of junk down in her little diary on them and is blackmailing them? What's up? I just find it really weird that she suddenly is at a platform where she can attend the Met Gala, and every year prior to this one, she has never. All right. Take care, everybody, and leave me your comments. If this resonates with you in any small way at all, I'd love it if you subscribe. It helps other people see my videos, if you can like and even hit the alert bell. I know it's asking a lot. I know. But if you don't mind, it's a help to me that I can grow the channel and other people can chime in and join us in this little community so we can say things peacefully and share our opinions and actually have a rapport. All right, take care. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.